Oh, what is going on in chat? Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm listening to Christmas music right now. I got some Christmas tree lights. Listen, Pokestocks is just a very festival person, so it's currently Christmas in the summertime for me, at least. Let me know if you guys like Christmas. Just a little bit of a different thing to bring up in this video. Just trying to mood up all your guys' spirits right now. Of course, welcome back, brand new episode here. And if you want to be a part of a community, guys, right, I always try to preach that this is more so than a Discord. This is a community. We're always talking, business. We're always talking personality. So if you want to become, a really good member, guys, and just be normal, bro, then join the Discord. Highly recommend doing that. Of course, we are all interactive. And last thing I do want to mention, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so please take this for your own word, and let's hop into this video. Now, I got my comment last video, just to bring it up one more time. Someone saying, let's do a bet on Pokestocks. He will not open OBS five times in this video. So, guys, I promise, I'll try something new. Starting now, all right? So right now, okay, we'll do this. Right now, I have 5 times to open OBS, and a lot of you guys don't like when I open OBS, but the reason I do it, and I'm just going to say it right here, is just due to the fact that if my recording does stop, I am sort of screwed, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so we have 5 tries with that. Now let's hop into this video. So we have a list of everything to go over, guys, today. Not really a specific thing, just more so, what's going on in the market, some current opportunities I see, some current passes, etc, etc. Now, if we go over celebrations right now, I gotta bring it up. This is a meme on the channel at this point, but your boy managed, guys, to go ahead and get a PSA 10. If you guys can hear it, me tapping it right now, I managed to get a PSA 10 copy of the freaking gold Mew. Can we get some butter emojis, dude, in the freaking comment section? Why butter? I have no idea. It's just, yeah, just go ahead and comment that, guys. Let's go. Very, very happy with that. Honestly, hands down, one of my top picks that I got from the card show. I really do believe in the Mew, guys, from celebrations, and the fact that I got it graded in a PSA 10. Not that I got it graded, but I bought it graded, I should probably say, in a PSA 10. Makes this a whole lot better. I managed to pick it up for 150, and right now, if we're currently looking at the market, guys, we have a lot of low listings right now at an average price of 200. So do I still think it's a solid buy right now? In all honesty, I do. And the main reason, guys, why I argue this point, this card, if we really take a look at the past year graph, it really hasn't seen much growth. We're starting to see it grow now. It's about to pass its all-time high, which is kind of crazy. But in terms of the market in general, guys, past 3 months, it's just been, past 3 months, it's gone up just because it's gone up this month. But in general, it's just had a very, very hard run. And, I said this in my previous videos, guys. Most importantly, if you all did invest into this Mew, when I was talking about it, when it was relatively cheap for around $30, congratulations. Because I was really expecting this card to take off, in July and in August. I think this is going to do very, very well. So let's go, baby. By the way, guys, this is the main chase card, bro, from the base set of Celebration. I know we do have the Classic Collection, which does offer the Charizard, the Umbreon, and everything, but this, guys, is the base set hit right now. And I'm going to say one... Oh, my God, bro. I had some salt for dinner. Not just salt, but, I had a very hot, salty dinner. So I'm pretty thirsty, guys. You might see me drink a lot of water today. However, going back to what I was saying, one thing what I really, really do like about this Mew from Celebrations, guys, is that it's going to be how many times did I open OBS? 2 times now? Fuck. I keep getting distracted. It's a shiny Mew, guys. It's a gold card. It's tend to do very, very well. And, if we've seen Celebrations pump so high this month, why has this card not followed that? It's totally something that's just for you to answer. So, yeah, very, very happy with this pickup recently. Now, Silver Tempest, I'm just bringing this setup because I actually remembered one of our Discord members managed to pick up a Silver Tempest booster box today, and I thought that was a very, very good pickup. Just finding, guys, these booster boxes in general. Where did it go? I don't know if he posted it. He might have just said it in chat. I think so. Maybe? I have no idea. Maybe could have been some wrong information right here, but yeah, as you guys can see, he bought a Silver Tempest booster box. Very, very hyped about that, dude. That's a very, very good purchase in my opinion right now. I'm kind of surprised, guys. Silver Tempest is still relatively cheap. We have prices right now going for less than 400, and we have other sets like Brilliant Stars, etc, etc, which I still think is a very solid play right now. They're going for more than $400 a box. So Silver Tempest is still a very, very underrated set in my opinion in terms of where we are in the market. However, I do think some products, like the Pokemon Center ETB has definitely deserved its title. But we have Brilliant Stars Pokemon ETB still at 150. So it's kind of a throwout market on the picking items that are still good from each set. But I do think that the booster box is still a very, very good pickup right now. If you look at the past year, guys. Oh my, sold by Tricky Jim, guys. Isn't that the YouTuber? I think it is. But if you look at the past year, Silver Tempest has had a little bit of a hard route. And the main reason, guys, to give you a little bit of a back history about what happened in Silver Tempest, this was the last set to go out of to actually sell out on Pokemon Center. There really was not a lot of demand for silver. It just really was not up there, bro. But then you know, when Pokemon just started getting really crazy, dude, I remember this time, man, when I checked Pokemon Center every freaking day when I started this channel, and there was like products that kept going gone, and I remember Crown Zenith, how it just disappeared. And dude, I was sort of freaking watching the Pokemon market fall. It was a very, very scary time, guys, because you're just seeing everything disappear right before your eyes, and you're like, damn, dude. Oh shit, I opened the wrong thing. No. Okay, phew, I hope I didn't open that. Did I? Sorry, guys, I had to check OBS really quick. Dude, I'm trying to play some good Christmas music right now, and like, there's nothing playing, bro. Okay, we'll just play Sleigh Ride then. But going back to what I was saying, you know, Silver Tempest just had a very, very hard sell up because it was the last thing to move, which is why if you check other booster boxes like Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, and you know, the older ones more specifically, they saw massive spikes. You know, we've seen the spikes. We could totally tell, guys, where the market manipulation happened, but you really can't see it more vividly like the other ones. And you know, it's growing really, really well, guys. Of course, it's grown on steroids. You know, it's nothing too crazy, but Silver Tempest was just hands down one of those few sets, guys, that you know, just didn't have the greatest opportunity in terms of the overall set value compared to the other ones. I'm still waiting, guys, to be completely honest, to when Sword and Shield as a main era has a very, very good pump. I'm still waiting for that day. I don't know when that will happen, but I did sort of predict. This is a total prediction right here. I do like to have some predictions on this channel, guys, as an investor, that, you know, as we're officially done with Scarlet and Violet, we will have one more, and I'm thinking this. Of course, this is my opinion, and you know, I like to have stuff to back up my evidence, but this is, guys, totally just a prediction, right? Sometimes, you know, you have to have your crazy ideas. Now, Scarlet and Violet will be officially, guys, done. We're hopping into Mega Evolution. I do think that Sword and Shield will be that last thing that people are like, oh my dude. It's Sword and Shield become really, really old. I need to pour a lot of money into this set, and we're just gonna see a big flow of money into it one more time. Same thing with Scarlet and Violet. I also think we're gonna see a massive pump, because you guys have to realize that at the end of the day, right, Scarlet and Violet will become Sword and Shield will become Sun and Moon will become XY. So we're really, guys, starting to pick up pace right now on the eras of Pokemon. I still can't believe that Pokemon ended Scarlet and Violet. In all honesty, I do think that was kind of not the smartest thing to do right now. I mean, what are we currently at right now? Yeah, guys, we've only went up to 10 sets, and you know, what did we have? Silver Tempest is the 12th set, so we could have added some more. I understand that Black Bolt White Flare could fit in for 11 and 12, but I totally thought, and in all honesty, I think what could have happened, I should say, at least. I'm sorry, my English is not that good, guys. I struggle in vocab, in speaking. I think Pokemon could have went ahead and added, you know, 4 sets of Mega Evolution into the Scarlet and Violet era. I think that could have been a very, very easy. And that's honestly what I was predicting as a play. Because if you guys think about it, right, in Sun and Moon, we had tag teams. And tag teams were the last 4 sets of Sun and Moon, right? It was bringing about, you know, new categories of Pokemon. And then we had Sword and Shield. And we saw V-Stars come out in the last 4 sets of Sword and Shield, right? And I was thinking that we would have a very big era up to 14 sets, and we're going to have Mega Evolutions come out for the last 4 of Scarlet and Violet. I think that would have been a very, very easy, straightforward play for them. And in all honesty, guys, I think that would have been better if they would have done that, truly speaking, just because of the fact that they would be able to keep up the hype a lot more, and it would keep Scarlet and Violet way more in demand. What I mean by that is, think about it, guys, right? I mean, if we had a Mega Evolution, say the next set from Scarlet and Violet after Black Bolt White Flare is going to be a Mega Evolution set. So it's going to be the exact one we're having, right? The Mega Lucario. And then after that, we have a Mega Charizard one. And we have, you know, what else do we have, bro? Mega Oh my god, bro. I can't fucking talk. We have Mega Mewtwo in that as well, dude. Mega Team Rockets Mewtwo. Like, oh my god. That would be crazy, guys. I'm telling you. That would honestly be insane. And then, you know, after that, we would have freaking Mega Pikachu. Does Mega Pikachu exist? I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then we have, like, a Mega Umbreon. I know, guys. Listen. In all honesty, I want you to hear me out. Pokemon does do some random stuff. So, I could see them doing a Mega... Oh my god, dude. I can't fucking talk. It's making me so mad. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is hands down one of my worst videos in terms of talking. I'm so sorry, chat. Please forgive me. I could easily see Pokemon doing something where they do a Mega Umbreon release. I mean, think about it, guys. You know, they've done Umbreon VMAX, something that really no one ever thought they would do because it just doesn't make sense. So why would they not do a Mega Umbreon? Let me know. Do you guys think that in the comment section? Let me know if you think that's too crazy, too insane. But I honestly think that is something that could happen. Now, let's currently check, guys, what we have up next. Now, I do want to talk about Pokemon Center promo cards. Hands down, a very, very big question I get asked all of the time. Like, this is hands down a very big video recommendation in terms of just like, Pokestock, can you go over the ETB promos? Can you rate them? And I'm like, okay, listen, guys, I'll just do a video about going over all of them. Now, Pokemon Center promos themselves, the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB promos are very expensive, guys. Like, I'm talking a lot of money right now. And I was sort of expecting this market to be a lot, but in terms of, you know, paying $150 for a Snorlax from 151, in my opinion, is just a bit too crazy. I just don't find that to be such a crazy buy myself, guys. That is totally a personal preference. But in terms of investing, if we currently look at, you know, the past growth, guys, of this card, I mean, it's got done very, very well. The fact that it shopped to almost $200, dude, is mind-boggling to me. But, you know, we're starting to see it slowly fade back down, and, you know, we're probably going to see it pick back up again when the market comes a little bit more in demand. But in all honesty, guys, it's just shocking to me to see how much this stuff has gone up very, very expensively. And hear me out. Am I going to be pouring money into Pokemon Center ETB promos? I would like to call this, guys, by the way, I'd like to call this like a whole different community for it, because there's not always gonna be people who are looking for Pokemon Center promo cards. They're of course very high in demand, do not get me wrong, but I would like to call this a whole different market. What I'm currently looking at is just the regular ETB promos, because look at the price difference, 140 to 9. And of course, I get it, I 100% agree with you, man. The Pokemon Center ETBs exclusive ones are way more exclusive. I 100% agree with you on that, and I bet in terms of, you know, protection for an investment, they're going to do much more well. But I feel like I missed out on those, right? Just a personal preference. You know, the Snorlax ones for $10. I managed to pick up a lot of them for around 5 to 7 at a card show, and I honestly felt like that was a really good snag. I think these things are doing very, very well. We know this. And they're still very affordable. You know, I could buy a bulk load of one. I could buy a bulk ton of these right now and throw them in my binder and just expect to see a lot of growth. Same thing with the Eevees. However, to be completely honest with you guys, you know, we have the Snorlax right now at almost 150. We have the Eevee around at 50. So it's not too much of a push. I honestly would not mind purchasing the Eevee Pokemon Center exclusive, just due to the fact that, you know, Prismatic Evolutions is a bit more new, so we still have a lot of volume around in the market, whereas 151 has become a very old set, and I feel like for the people who invested in 151 when it was a lot more available are sort of the real winners right now. But Prismatic Evolutions has just been through it all. So, again speaking, I do think that the regular copies as well is a very solid way. And of course, guys, the Pokemon Center. Now, I want to clarify and summarize this just because I know there could be a lot of controversy in the controversy in the comment section. Dude, oh my god, bro. I can't freaking talk. Here's what I can tell you guys. In just terms of what I think, do I think the ETB promos as a market is a very, very well investable space? Like, should you be pouring money into it? In all honesty, yes, I think you should. If that's the Pokemon Center ones or the regular ones, I think they both have a very, very solid pathway for growth long term. Just keep in mind, guys, and note this for your further investments, that we're going to have many more, you know, promo cards come along the way. Just because you missed out on these guys does not mean you have to pick them up. You know, we still have Mega Evolution. We still have that whole new era, guys, a list, right? And hopefully you were able to pick a lot of that stuff up you know, cheaper than what it is today, so you can stack up on those promos. But, you know, from Scarlet and Violet, I could tell you this is hands down going to probably be the most expensive promo era in history, just due to the fact that we've gotten so many promos right now, and it's sort of just skyrocketing in price. And that's my personal preference on it. I'm not going too ham, guys, on the ETB promos, but remember, that's my personal choice. I'm going more ham on the other ones, which I will discuss in this video. Something I'm currently chasing, guys, right now is going to be the Evolution promos. Now, I'm going to pull up, I wish I could pull them all up, it just take too long. But the Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon promo cards, guys, right now are a very, very solid price. Right now, they're going for a near mint of around $50. I was at a card show yesterday, bro, and I saw a PSA 10 Jolteon go for around $800. I was like, what the fuck? I need to look that up, make sure that's true, bro. Make sure I ain't tripping. Because if that is true, guys, PSA 10 Jolteon VMAX promo. Oh my god, damn. Dude, why is it going for so much? Okay, I understand why, guys, because these are very, very hard to get a 10 in. But damn, dude, they're a lot of money. So all I'm going to throw out, guys, right now, if you want to be lucky and try to get a 10 in one of these, good luck. I just know they're very, very hard to grade right now. But I do think that, in all honesty, very, very nice promos. I believe the Vaporeon's going for 65 and the Flareon's going for 50 as well. So if you could just get the raw copies, guys, I think they're going to do very, very well long term. A very solid market. I'm currently looking to pour a lot of money into because, you know, we have Evolving Skies doing very, very well. Why will this stuff not mimic? Now, let's also talk about 151. 151 as a set, and most importantly, where I see it in the near future. The reason why I want to talk about 151, guys, is we'll also draw it out. I'll get rid of this because this was from the past videos I've had. We'll talk about 151 in terms of, you know, where I see the set going. So in terms of this year, guys, or more so this month, we'll do a little bit of a divider right here. We'll say this is this month, the white line. I do think that 151 really has no reason to stop growing. I think it's going to have a very, very strong month. I also think, you know, for the following year, if we were to just draw that out, guys, from here to here's 2025 to the end, I think 151 is just going to be one of those few sets, guys, that will just continue to grow and just see that massive spike in it. Now, here's one thing that I do think is very, very important when investing into 151. Is just remember, guys, that we do have things like pullbacks and sellouts and stuff like that. It's just part of a healthy market. I know, dude, Pokemon seems like a candle that never stops burning, but it's very important, guys, to realize that stuff could happen. You know, I'm not saying that we're going to get a restock. I'm not saying that we're going to get a reprint of ETBs or anything like that. But it's just very important to be humbly investing, because I know there's a lot of people right now who are pouring heavily into 151, and I'm not going anything against that. In fact, this has nothing to do with 151. It's just a reminder, guys, for Pokemon investing, because, you know, what I see all the time is I see a lot of people just constantly pouring money into it. More so in the modern product, I should say. And it's like, dude, I saw so much money because it's getting reprinted. Like, for example, the Paldea Evolved reprint, right? I mean, I was sort of anticipating that. I don't know if you guys remember. Dude, fuck, I need to find that video. I was actually saying that I feel like Paldea Evolved will get reprinted, or, yeah, I actually said that. And a lot of you guys are saying, no, it's too old, and like it happened, or is it planning to happen? Do I have insider information? I do not. But I said that weird thought to it. And great example, right? A lot of people thought Paldea Evolved would just keep climbing. And now there's a lot of FOMO in that market. A lot of people are scared to sell, and a lot of people want to sell, and there's not too many buyers right now. So in terms of, I'm not saying the price will not rise, but just note, guys, you could have a lot of inactivity and a lot of stuff like that. Just throwing that out there is very important. No, yeah, 151, I think, is going to have a very, very strong year, in my opinion. I do think it would hands down be one of the best sets for growth. Now, in terms of Prismatic Evolutions, this would be a little bit of interesting drawing. I think if we were to just draw it out for the month of August, I think we're going to see it do very, very well. And then when we see the Sam's Club box drop, guys, we're going to see a massive, dude, I'm talking a massive drawback in the market. It's just a premium collection box, and I talked about it last video, but if you guys have not really been paying attention, I do think this is going to do a massive dent in the market, just because they're going to have so many packs flooding the market as a volume. You know, you're going to buy this box, guys, just for the packs. You're not buying it for the promos. You're not buying it for anything else. So a lot of people are going to be opening this. A lot of people are going to be selling packs. A lot of people are just going to be selling this box, and it's just going to be the best price to pack ratio product I think we're going to have. And I think it will hands down put a massive meteor, bro, in the freaking prismatic market. And I think we'll slowly see it pick back up, just slowly. And I do think for 2025, you know, we'll probably see massive drawbacks, guys, again. And I'm not saying, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think Prismatic will have a strong year. I think by the end of 2025, we're sort of going to see prices continuing to fall and pick back up, because the site's still going to be so much in print and so much in demand still, that it's going to be a very, very healthy market. But Pokemon will not let it, you know, rise so high. And then if we were going to long term, guys, you know, say, you know, if I were to erase all this, and for example, let's just say this is freaking the year 2028, right? I think by then, guys, Prismatic Evolutions will be a very, very well-known set. I think it will follow Evolving Skies, as Evolving Skies is following Team Up. History does repeat itself, and I do think, you know, next year, guys, maybe 2026, 2027, we will see another evolution set. And I think we'll see the Pokemon hype repeat, bro. It's just a constant cycle right now. And you guys have to realize that there are times to buy and there are times to sell. And right now might be a good time to do both. I know there are a lot of people right now who do not want to sell, including myself, just because we think the market is so bullish, just because we think it's a candle that never stops burning. But at the end of the day, it is very, very healthy to constantly be buying and selling. And right now, I've never sold, guys. I've never sold any product in my Pokemon collection, because there's that thought in my head, right? And a lot of you are gonna agree with me on this. Like, why would I sell my Evolving Skies booster box today when I know by the end of the year it'll be worth 4,000 to 5,000? And you could go ahead and argue your points, saying it won't, but you know it will, right? So that's also a big mindset with that, and it's a good thing, right? It's about being patient. But you guys have to realize that at one point we are going to have a dry area. That could be, honestly, it could be next year, dude. In all honesty, it could be next year where we do have a dry year. In terms of just selling is going to be pretty hard, buying, and etc, etc. That's just a throw out right there, very, very important. And I do want to go ahead, guys, and answer one question sort of related to what I was talking about, which is going to be how much longer. And what I mean by this topic, guys, is how much longer will the Pokemon hype last? A very, very big question that's currently going a lot in the market right now. I think there's a lot of FOMO. Not FOMO. I should probably rephrase that. Maybe there's just a lot of fear right now in the market. A lot of fear in terms of people wanting to exit right now. And here's what I can tell you guys about the Pokemon hype. If you remember when we had Prismatic Evolutions come out, we saw prices spike for everything, right? And then when we had Journey Together came out, guys, we saw a massive downfall. Journey Together was a very, very weak set. And I honestly thought when I saw Journey Together collapse really, really low, guys, I sort of thought, in all honesty, let me redraw that really quick. I honestly thought that I saw the sunrise on the horizon. What I mean by that is I thought, guys, I was starting to see some light, because Journey Together, I mean, even right now is a great example. It's a very, very weak set in terms of pricing, and it's very, very surprising, like, why the set is performing so low the way it is. And then we saw Destiny Rivals pick back up, or Destiny Rivals get released. We saw prices do very, very well. Then we have Black Bolt, White Flare doing very, very well. And then we saw Destiny Rivals, guys, just hit nearly $330 a box. So we're seeing everything pick back up very, very high. We also had a Team Up booster box run hit 10,000. Evolving Skies pushing very, very high. So in all honesty, I do think that the Pokemon market has a lot more money in it, guys, than where we started in the beginning. Going back to what I was saying, I do no longer see, guys, the sun on the horizon. In fact, I don't see any light in the market right now. I do think we still have a long time to go, guys, before the hype does end. And this is just using facts right now. I just listed a bunch of facts. And just pricing and everything like that. So yes, I don't think, guys, we're gonna see a massive fear. I do think, you know, I do think for the rest of 2025, at least, the rest of 2025 is gonna be a very strong year. I can sort of say that confidently, because I'm a little bit more. I'm not trying to say this. That sounds a little bit rude. I'm just gonna say, like, I know how this stuff sort of works. I've been in the hobby for around a few years now, and I could tell you guys it probably will not end, but of course I could be totally wrong. Please remember that. So That's your take on it. You know, I can't talk about 2026 because I don't know what's happening in 2026. I don't know what sets are specifically happening, and I really can't predict that far, right? There's only so much you can do before you start to sound crazy. And I feel like that's as far as I can go being confident in my answer. Because if I were to talk about 2026, I would just say be yapping on pure luck. Because I don't know what's going to be happening in 2026. I don't know what Pokemon's going to be doing. But I sort of can foreshadow. You know, September, guys, we're having Mega Evolution. November, we're having our next Mega Evolution set come out, which is going to be a Charizard set. So that's going to be it for freaking 2025. And those two sets are going to be very, very strong, I think. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.